Hey, welcome to Her Authentic Journey, the podcast. I am your host, Navasia Collier, woman, soon-to-be wife, mother of 3, and the former strong, independent woman. Along my journey, I discovered the secret key to the more in life is in your authenticity. This podcast is about becoming unstuck in who you thought you had to be as a strong, independent, maybe the responsible one, and become who we were meant to be. Myself and other resilient guests will share what we only wish someone shared with us early on. Topics, tips, lessons learned and unlearned while on our personal journeys of becoming true to who we are, not who we've had to be. Now, this purposeful, resilient life that you and I are meant for not only requires authenticity, it is also intentionality. Steering you away from just pushing and getting through life, we believe in the Method on Purpose roadmap of mindset, environment, time, honesty, obstacles, and the doing all work together to begin designing a life that is and feels more purposefully fulfilled, a life you actually love. So tune in, come along, join our Facebook community, and begin your authentic journey today. Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to get into the pillar of mindset, how we see, think, and believe. Our words, what and how we speak, it is important. Why? Because without a language that serves us, you will be led by the weather, governed by the day of the week, or ruled by what happened 20 years ago. That may sound silly, but it is absolutely true. Without the language that serves you, and what I mean by the language that serves you is that speaking and using words that elevate you, that build your confidence, that motivate you. Words that feed your inner self, right? Initiate growth, words and language that keep you alive and not bring or birth death onto the soul. When I say death, I am speaking of words that keep you down, right? Words of doubt, imposter syndrome, self-destructive language. So I ask, are you speaking life or are you speaking death over yourself? You're probably thinking, or realizing that it's something that you may have never paid attention to until now. Being the strong, independent woman or mom, we serve as a lifeline for others. But who is that for us? So we may be kind-hearted and we want the best for everyone else. We may speak positively into other people, especially the ones that we love, because we're good people. So it's not a surprise at all. But I ask you, are you speaking with that same energy to yourself? Are you using your own words to uplift and motivate yourself? That's a good question, right? Because some of us do not speak to ourselves at all, let alone speak kindly to ourselves about ourselves. This is what can result in being led by all the things, right? Like others' opinions and simply what day of the week it is. It can drag us along instead of us taking authority and power of our own emotions, days, situations, and circumstances. I was that woman. I was a woman who did not speak to herself. I was led by each day-to-day situation. And most of you may be the same right now. For instance, going to bed on a Sunday, already exhausted and annoyed about what is to come for Monday. Maybe waking up on Monday, expecting for the day to drag and the first person in office to aggravate you. Or it is simply raining outside in a gloomy day. So you just find yourself matching your mood with the weather. I can go on and on. What you may have missed is the pattern. That subconscious pattern of preparing for aggravation, sensitivity, and the worst of situations. The ideal narrative of us as women is the ability to take it all on, whatever it may be. So that includes gearing up, preparing for it all. But what if you flip the switch? What if for once you put that same energy into preparing for the good? Preparing yourself with the motivation, courage, and confidence to have a great day, even if everything and everyone else says different. We are women. We are powerful beings. We have done the unthinkable and survived through the unimaginable. We cannot continue to let the world lead us to believe that true strength is about how well we deal with life instead of how well we live our life. So, waking up, walking out of your door without setting the tone and intentions for ourselves each day, what we're doing is leaving it in the hands of others and the first people and words that you encounter each day. Whether it is out of love, ignorance, or whatever the case, those words of can you do this, did you do that, and the list of things to do, the first words that make you feel uneasy. Like I always say, what you think becomes what you believe, and what you believe impacts the decisions we make. So if you begin your days with no thoughts and no intentions for yourself, the thoughts of others become your own. It doesn't matter the words, but if you hear them enough, it becomes a pattern. It becomes the very thing that we think and that we believe, which is expectation most often. What is expected of you? Waking up to that each day is exhausting in itself. Listen, I know that was me, guilty on all accounts. I didn't realize it then, of course, while I was in the midst of it. However, I know now. It's a heavy load to wake up to each day. Sometimes before you even open your eyes, I know the list of to-dos going through your head, trying to prepare yourself mentally to face all the things and all the people. It is a job in itself. It is a real thing, right? But the great news is, and what is hard for us to sometimes wrap our mind around, is that the only responsibility that we have each and every day is ourselves, which includes our thoughts. We must take care of our own thoughts. So what are you saying to yourself each day, minus the I should haves? Are you speaking life over your days? Are you just walking into and being led by the thoughts and words of others each day? Now, you guys know I talk and I mention affirmations a lot on this podcast because I love them. It seemed silly a while back for me, the thought of words having the power to change everything, but it's true. It is very true. Affirmations has played a huge part in my initial shift into leaving a life that was unfulfilled. Changing one thing has the power to change everything. And I want to help you change and shift the narrative of your days. I want you to feel much lighter, brighter, and in control of how you see and live life each day. Not to continue to give that power to others in the situations that you face. You deserve to smile on the inside, not just the one you show on the outside. It feels great to play a part in the brightening of others' lives, but you deserve it too. So I invite you to claim the smile that is rightfully yours, the smile from within. I would like to support you in this, so I have put together some of my favorite affirmations. These are not just the generic affirmations, they actually speak to you, the woman who is everything for everyone else, the woman who everyone can depend on, the one who handles her own and deals internally, the woman who wants to feel better, speak kinder to herself, and feel more positive each day, but does not know where to start. Now you can find and download the affirmations right away and get started. All you have to do is click the link in the show description and you can start right away. And of course, any questions or if you want to chat or interested in working with me to begin your own journey, you can always reach out. All the info you can find in the show notes as well. Now, it has been great. And until next time, be true to who you are, not just who you've had to be. Thank you for listening to Her Authentic Journey, the podcast. I hope you enjoyed and were able to grab something meaningful from this episode. If so, please support by sharing with a friend, rate and review. You can also refer to our show notes for more. Until next time, remember, be true to who you are, not who you've had to be.